Just a little pinch from a syringe in the upper arm, and you can have your own microchip, the length of 2 grains of rice. Supposedly, it will help doctors easily access your medical records via the internet for an annual fee and let others know where you are in case you get lost. To date, 2,000 people around the world have chosen that option, but it may not be such a good idea. A 4-month Associated Press investigation turned up several studies published before FDA approval of the chip. The investigation showed that the glass-enclosed microchips, called transponders, placed in dogs and mice, have caused malignant, fast-growing, lethal cancers in more than 10% of the implanted animals. They can migrate to different parts of the body after initial implantation and are unable to be removed. Studies on the chips have been done since the mid-90s through 2006. As early as 1996, doctors at Dow Chemical, who researched the RFIDs, radio frequency identification device, concluded that the chips induced malignant tumors called carcinomas. They can be very aggressive and in some cases kill people in 3 to 6 months. Dr. Robert Ben-Ezra at Sloan Kettering Institute said, "There's no way that I would have one of these chips implanted in my skin. There is definitely cause for concern." Touted as one of the top innovative technologies of 2005, the FDA okayed them for use in pets and humans, and asked if it had taken these studies into account. The FDA said the documents from the manufacturer, VeriChip, were being kept confidential to protect trade secrets. Both the FDA and VeriChip denied knowledge of any studies made with regard to transponders causing tumors. It still stands by its approval of the device, and the FDA declined repeated Associated Press requests to specify what studies it reviewed. The FDA is overseen by the Department of Health and Human Services, which at the time of VeriChip's approval was headed by former Republican presidential candidate Tommy Thompson. 2 weeks after the device's approval took effect on January 10, 2005, Thompson left his cabinet post and within 5 months was a board member of VeriChip Corporation and its parent company, Applied Digital Solutions. He was compensated in cash and stock options. Question as to conflict of interest is apparent, and his actions and the Project on Government Oversight called his actions unacceptable. Cancer specialists have agreed the animal study findings and the transponder warnings be disclosed to anyone considering a chip implant. To date, however, that has not happened.